Guys, deluded Gunnar. Now we know last year was a joke of a season. I thought the season before that when Leicester won it was a joke. But we know last year was terrible for several reasons. Yes, the FA Cup was a nice way to end it, but we all know it was a joke. Last year we know we needed a centre half. Season before that we called for a centre half. Season before that some thought we needed a centre half. This year people think we need a centre half. And I do to a degree believe we do, but I also to a degree feel we don't. So let's just get into it. Now, firstly I have to say I'm of the belief that yes, we have several areas to look at. Look at keeper, look at possibly there's scope to look at the fullbacks. There's scope for a goalkeeper if I haven't already said that. But I'm of the basis that there's more urgent areas to address for one. And secondly, if you're an Arsenal fan, you know in your heart we're not going to get all the areas we need to get because we've been here before. Added to that, I will say as well, for those that say we need a keeper, we need this or that, I would say this: if we were only offered one area, like you could guarantee only one signing comes in, we make one signing this window, nothing else, a striker or a centre half, or a striker or a goalie, you have to say there's striker. If you honestly say a goalie, that's fair enough. There's a case for a keeper, but I don't think you honestly believe that because we've seen time and time again we've been let down because of our strike force or people not being able to dig us out of games and things of that nature. Before we look at a centre half, in my opinion, we need to get that winger in, that direct winger that wants to the old school number seven that wants to beat someone. The best way to put it is the sort of wingers United of old were accustomed with, wingers that like to just embarrass their fullbacks. We need someone like that. Striker that's going to score. There's scope for two sorts of centre mid. Someone that's an upgrade on Coquelin that's going to break down play. Coquelin's for the culture. We all know how I feel about him. So someone that can do that. Or someone that can do the Santi role. So that's four other places. In regards to centre half as well, I'm keen to see Bielik get a chance. Yes, he's young. Yes, he'll make silly mistakes, but I'm keen to see him get a chance. The same goes for Holding. Those that are praising Holding, I really hope you stand with him when he does get destroyed, because he will get annihilated at some point in the Premier League. He's bounced back from one annihilation. I mean, Mane tore him a new one, and he bounced back the next game against Leicester. But when he does happen, when he does go through that bad run of form, when he's not confident, when he's a shadow of his former self, when he's making mistakes he wouldn't have made, stand with him, and I really hope you're still with him. Chambers, I haven't given up on Chambers. I still think, I'll say it again, whether it's at Arsenal or wherever the guy ends up, I hope it's at Arsenal. But if we let this guy go, we have really messed up. Because trust me, he's going to be a good centre half. He just needed to rebuild his confidence and keep things simple. But he's going to be a good centre half. Obviously, there's three at the back. I'm not even going to get into it with Mertesacker. Yes, he's on the books, and yes, we've allowed him to basically retire here. He's gone. I don't think much of Gabriel anymore. I would love to be wrong. I'd love for him to come back and show me something where I can be and say in the next video that I was silly for saying this and giving up on him. But he just looks like an accident waiting to happen. He's just literally a hazard. He's a hazard to his own players as well. When he writ off Jack Wilshere, he's just a hazard, and he's shown not really. He has improved slightly. He's had patches of great form, but he hasn't come up the way he was supposed to come up. He was supposed to be someone that was going to challenge for a first team spot properly. And is he any better than Holding or Chambers? You're lying if you say so. Koscielny now, the most curious case of Koscielny. I love the guy, he's world class in today's market. Of course, overall he's not levels, but in today's market, world class. Walks into any Premier League side. There's a case for walking into most sides in the world, but he's 31. Time is catching up. Yes, he came into the game late, so he could stay, but time catches up to everyone. I'm not really happy of how he's been behaving this year. He's had some good performances, but he's had some shockers. Doesn't want to play through the pain barrier consistently, always running away with a slight bit of pain. Silly sending offs twice. I think it was twice, but I definitely remember one when he got sent off and he missed the cup final. Seems to always miss the same start of the year. There's just so much wrong, and I'm not really on the best of terms with Koscielny right now, but he still remains a great centre half. But we all know, like I've said in a few other videos, we're not being told the truth in regards to this guy's fitness. He's clearly got an Achilles problem, and one day, God forbid, let me touch my jaw, touch wood, we might run the risk where he misses a substantial amount of the season, and then where are we going to be? So on that basis, yes, there's a centre half. And we've also got to remember Mustafi. I think Mustafi's had a very good season. Yes, he did have a bit of poor form when the whole side had poor form. He needs to really stop trying to win the ball 24/7, and he needs to stop getting tight to every centre half, like he's trying to talk to a girl or something. But there's raw materials there to be a real good centre half. And at the beginning of the season, up until when we all capitulated that week where we played City and Everton, people were praising him. People were shouting Kostafi, Kostafi. I believe he's going to be a good centre half. So we will find ourselves with Chambers, for the future. Chambers, Holding. This is all on the basis that they're still here. So Chambers, Holding, Bielik, Mustafi's not that old. So that's 4 centre halves. We play 3 centre halves, and if we assuming we go with that, all of them will get games. Now, I'm only trying to hear a world class centre half. Or if scouts are going to do their job, they need to find someone that is damn good, like they found Holding, that has scope to improve. If they're going to do that, fine. Of course, if Koscielny was to call it a day tomorrow, be sold, I want a world class centre half to come back in. But I do honestly believe centre half is not an urgent area that we need to address. If the season goes on and we see people in poor form and making the same silly mistakes, then yeah. But I would say also this, and it seems like I'm a bit of a hypocrite. If we were to find a centre half that is vocal, that's going to open their mouth, and I'm not talking about Mustafi, someone that's going to galvanise, going to demand more of the centre mids, especially when we play 3 at the back. Because there's been games where 3 at the back, the centre halves have got to get on the ball, have got to want the ball. Some of them haven't, but the midfielders have also abandoned them. Of course, if there's 3 at the back and the other side, and the opposition presses them tight, presses them high, what's going to happen? They're going to give away the ball. They're not going to be able to get out of their own half. You've seen that versus, of course, fair enough, it wasn't 3 at the back, but you saw that against Liverpool away. They pressed us high. Our centre halves were scared to want the ball anyways, and they won the game. It wasn't 3 at the back, but you see where I'm going with that. So yeah, I don't believe we necessarily need a centre half. I'm praying for a winger. I'm praying for a striker. I'm praying for a striker. I'm praying for a Santi Cazorla replacement and things like that. So yeah, there's more areas I'd rather. The left back came in. We got a left back, but if that left back thing didn't happen, I'd say even that. So yeah, centre half isn't an area I think we need to worry about right at this moment. I do believe the hesitancy to buy a centre half of real quality like that is because we're trying to see the likes of Bielik and how these guys develop. But yeah, guys, Deluded Guna, to answer that person's question, I don't know if I mentioned that at the end. I don't believe we need a centre half right now. Yeah, guys, Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Follow me on my socials, comment, subscribe. Thank you.